Hello, everybody. This is Father Ben Brown, and it is time for VBS, something that we do about this time every year. And the last 3 years or so, we've been calling it Vacation Bible School. This year, we're calling it Virtual Bible School because we can't come together in large crowds. And so, just like we're doing our weekend masses pretty much over YouTube and Facebook, well, we're doing virtual Bible school in the same way over electronic media. But that doesn't mean that we're any less church. And to be a church is to be a family. So, just like in our homes, we've got limitations and having to practice social distancing and wear masks and so on. We're having to do that at church. But belonging to church and being a part of the church family has lots of other ways that it's similar to being in our house families. And I've got a little song. You can see that I've got the guitar strapped on, and many times when you see this priest, he's got the guitar strapped on. So anyway, I've got a little song, and it's called Thanks for the Chance. It's about having the chance, the opportunity to be in a family, and you're going to hear a lot of things that you do in the family. Like what you do in the daytime in the yard, what you do at nighttime, getting ready for bed. There'll be some examples of that. And those come through in 3 verses. Then there's also what musicians call a bridge verse. And this bridge verse is a little bit complicated, but I can just say a couple of things about it. It's going to say that we have our daddy, but we also have our Father in heaven, and it's all right to call God Daddy too. Daddy God believes in us and believes that we can be good people. Sometimes we don't believe that ourselves too well, and we fall short of being good people, and we deal with that a lot in our sacraments. But we also do, in our heart of hearts, believe that God trusts us to grow and to become more like his son Jesus all the time. The little line goes, my daddy says that I'm the one who'll catch a dream and fly it. That means be all that we can be. And though I think he thinks too big, sometimes I don't think I can measure up to what my parents and my God and my Father in heaven expect. I'm still inclined to buy it, the song says. I'm still inclined to believe. I'm still inclined to do my best because he's here and I'm me and he lets it all just be. And so here's our little song. Thanks for the chance to be a family. Thanks for the chance to have a friend. Thanks for the chance to kiss my mother. Thanks for the chance to pass it all on and do it again. Thanks for the chance to have warm PJs. Thanks for the chance to chase the wind. Thanks for the chance to feed my turtle. Thanks for the chance to pass it all on and do it again. My days are filled with fun and sun and band-aids, bumps and bruises. My nights are filled with baths and toys and books that Mama chooses. My daddy says that I'm the one who'll catch a dream and fly it. And though I think he thinks too big, I'm still inclined to buy it. 'Cause he's here, and I'm me, and he lets it all just be. Thanks for the chance to be real crowded. Thanks for the chance to be alone. Thanks for the chance to take my shoes off. Thanks for the chance to do it all and call it my home. Thanks for the chance to be a family. Thanks for the chance to have a friend. Thanks for the chance to kiss my mother. Thanks for the chance to pass it all on and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Hey VBS, it's Jack Kessinger.
And it's Sam Kessinger. And today we're going to be reading the Bible verses about the Israelites fleeing from Egypt.
I'm going to be reading you verses 13 through 20, and I hope you enjoy. But Moses answered the people, "Do not fear. Stand your ground and see the victory. The Lord will win for you today. For these Egyptians whom you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You have only to keep still." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to set out. And you lift up your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and split it into two, that the Israelites may pass through the sea on dry land. But I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them, and I will receive glory through Pharaoh and all his army, his chariots and his horsemen." The angel of God, who had been leading Israel's army, now moved on and went around behind them, and the column of cloud moving from in front of them took up its place behind them, so that it came between the Egyptian army and that of Israel. And when it became dark, the cloud illumined the night, and so the rival camps did not come any closer together all night long.
Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord drove back the sea with a strong east wind all night long and turned the sea into dry ground. The waters were split, so that the Israelites entered into the midst of the sea on dry land, with the water as a wall to their right and to their left. The Egyptians followed in pursuit after them, all Pharaoh's horses and chariots and horsemen, into the midst of the sea. But during the watch just before dawn, the Lord looked down from a column of fiery cloud upon the Egyptian army and threw it into a panic. And he so clogged their chariot wheels that they could drive only with difficulty. With that, the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from Israel, because the Lord is fighting for them against Egypt." Then the Lord spoke to Moses, "Stretch out your hands over the sea, that the water may flow back upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and their horsemen." So Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and at daybreak the sea returned to its normal flow. The Egyptians were fleeing head-on toward it when the Lord cast the Egyptians into the midst of the sea. As the water flowed back, it covered the chariots and the horsemen. All of Pharaoh's army, which had followed the Israelites into the sea, not even one escaped. But the Israelites had walked on dry land through the midst of the sea, with the water as a wall to their right and to their left.
I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
The Israelites escaping Pharaoh bag. So in this bag, you will be supplied with a bag inside that has all the materials you will need. So you're going to open your bag and you're going to get out this bag. You will need a pair of scissors to cut this bag open. So hopefully you have some of those by you all. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut open this bag with my scissors. Or you could just pull it apart. Okay, so after I cut it, here is a piece of paper, and it's going to just show us basically the final product, what it's going to look like. I already have one made, so I'm going to show you guys that. This is what our final product is going to look like. So we're going to go based off this, but I'm going to make one with you guys. So this is what it's going to look like. And we are going to go ahead and get started with our little bag. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my little pieces out, and I'm just going to lay them out and crossed in front of me so that I know what I want to do. So I'm going to lay them out. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with this big blue piece of foam. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out these little rectangle squares. So I'm just going to punch these out. And then there's 5 that should come out. So once you have all those 5 out, it's going to look like this. And so then you are going to make sure, so the long flat one back here, this is going to be the back and this is going to be the front. So I'm going to make that in the back, and then this part is going to be facing me, so that's going to be the front. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this brown strip of paper, and it is a peel and stick. So what I'm going to do, you want to make sure this flat part on the top is going to be matched up with the part on the back. So it is going to be like this. So you're going to want these 2 flats to match up. So I'm going to peel my sticky off this big brown. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in front of that big long piece. So it is going to look something like this. Alright, so after you do that, you are going to have 4 little waves, and there's 2 small ones and then there's 2 big ones. So with each big one, a small one matches up. So you're just going to have 2 going this way, which they can flip either way. So you want to make sure you have 2 waving this way, and then your other 2, they're going to be waving the other way. So we're just going to plug these in for right now. So the big ones are going to go in the back, and you're going to want them pointed out. So the 2 big waves are going to be going away. So if you can see, here's the top, and then it's just going to be pointing away. And then the little ones are going to match up. So the little one's going to go in the front, and they're going to point away as well. So I'm just going to put those in, and they point away. So after you do that, you are going to, there's a white strip, and these go inside the waves. So there's 2 big ones and 4 little ones. So you are going to poke all of these out. Okay, so whenever you do that, I'm only poking out 4 right now because I'm pretty sure that is all you need just for the waves. So the big one, I'm going to take one off at a time, and they're going to point outward. So I'm going to peel my sticky off of one of the white ones. And it's just going to be going the same way that the wave goes. So this is an example. This is a big one with one of the bigger white pieces on it. And see how the wave goes this way, and then the little white thing goes that way. And then I'm going to plug it back into wherever I took it out of. And then I'm going to get the other white one, and I'm going to go with the other big wave. And I'm going to also take that one and put that one where it goes. Just like that. And then I'm going to put that one back in its place. And then next, we're going to do the small ones. So I'm going to take these out, but here's what the big ones look like. They are pointing away. Okay, so now we're going to do the little ones. Same thing with the little ones. You want the little whites pointing the same way that the wave is pointing. So we are going, it almost looks like a letter S. So you want the S to be pointing in the right direction as the wave. So here's this one. How it's pointing the same way. And then I'm going to put that in front of the big wave that it was in front of. And then I'm going to do the other one just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just like that. And then I'm going to put that one in front. Okay, so then I have 4 waves, and they look like this. Okay, Now this is your person that goes in the back, and they are going to be sticking right here in that big long piece. So they're going to stick here. And so you should have a person and then 4 waves. Now you also got a thing of stickers, so you can decorate this however you want. So the person is going to be on this person. So I'm going to go ahead and peel him off. And I'm going to stick him on to my thing. Okay, so here's my person, and I just peeled him and stuck him right on my thing, and I made sure his feet were above the rocks. And then you're just gonna plug him back into his little place. So now we have this. Oops, one of my waves fell off. So you have this, your person and your waves, and then you can decorate your waves in the water with stickers. So you have some starfish, some crabs, and some fish. So I'm just going to stick a few on here, and you can do this however you want after you have completed all the rest of it. So I'm just gonna put some fish and some starfish in the sand, and a few crabs. And you can use all of your stickers. I'm not going to use all of mine, but you can use them all. Alrighty, so I added some stickers and some crabs. I'm going to put one more starfish, and then I'm going to be done with mine. But like I said, you guys can use all of your stickers and whatever you want to do with yours. So this is how mine turned out, and I put some fish in the waves and some in the back. And then I have my person, and then I have some crabs and some starfish. So that is pretty much all you can do with this craft. So hopefully you guys were able to do this. Here's one final look at it, and then from a top view. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining me doing this craft, and hopefully it was fun and that you guys had fun making it.